Welcome everybody to the last of this 5-element series, and today we're going to be working with ether. So please find a comfortable position where we can just gently close the eyes, maybe place a cushion under the base of the spine just to help you to sit down into the pelvis, as I said many times before, so that you can completely relax, and just gently close the eyes. Become aware of the space that you are sitting in, even if the eyes are closed. Be conscious of your body in that space. You're resting on the ground beneath you and feeling the support from the earth beneath you. Relaxing into the gravity. Conscious of your breathing, feeling the space within your chest as the air passes in and out of the lungs. Follow the breath from outside the body, in through the nose, down into the lungs, and from the lungs again out through the nose to the outside again. Simply follow this natural body breath. Be conscious of the space between the body and the floor. And how the space around you seems to be breathing with you, expanding and contracting. You are part of this space. Coming up to your mind and expanding the space of your mind. And then finding the center point of this space where you can sit and watch. It is a place of compassion, understanding and learning, and infinite wisdom. And maybe here even conscious of the air against your skin, the difference in temperature or movement in the air as it passes over and around your body. Conscious of the sounds that surround you, inside and outside the room, and simply allowing the sounds to be in this space without judgment, right or wrong. And then, when you are ready, slowly and gently opening the eyes. Welcome. So we're going to start today in supported butterfly or butterfly. So we're going to bring the feet together in the center and just allow the knees to come to their natural position. And that might be up here, and again, as I said before, we can have a cushion under the legs to support if we need that. And just gently holding the feet, allow your body to sit down again into the pelvis here and relaxing the knees and the hips. We gently close the eyes again. And still with the eyes closed, become conscious of everything that surrounds you. Not just inside the room, but outside the room. Maybe even to the nature outside. The space beneath your body. Between your body and the earth that supports everything. Allowing the hips to just relax just that little bit more. The shoulders, the back, the shoulders again, heavy all the way to the elbows. Again, being conscious, the gentle movement of the body as we watch the breath. Relaxing the fingers, the toes, the ankles. Almost as if you're melting into the space that surrounds you. Without limitations of mind, body, or form. Relaxing now the neck so the chin comes down to your chest. Picturing yourself in your mind, that you are simply floating within this space, part of the space. Surrounded by everything and connected to everything. If you wish to, taking a deep conscious breath in, feeling how the body lifts, and then a long exhale and feel how the body sinks even deeper into the position, relaxing the neck just that little bit more. And remembering that if you're uncomfortable in any way, it's just to adjust the body. Maybe you started without support, and feeling that maybe it would be nice to have some support. Relax the neck just a little bit more, and feel how the back rounds just that little bit more, sitting down into the pelvis. The arms somehow becoming closer to the earth beneath you. Letting go of all responsibility for the relaxation. Maybe gently repeating softly to yourself and silently with each exhale, relax. 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 And now gently asking each muscle of the body and each joint of the body just to relax just that little bit more, creating space everywhere within your body. Be conscious even of the breath and how it is more relaxed. And just for these last few seconds, releasing anything in the body that you do not need and serves no purpose. Maybe old memories, maybe self-criticism, giving yourself the space to grow. And then when you are ready, slowly and gently opening the eyes. Just conscious of this relaxation in the hips, the lower back. Good. So we're going to release the position and we're going to come to the back of the mat. Just sitting gently on the feet or having a cushion between the legs or under the ankles. And again, relaxing the shoulders. Just conscious of the change of how the earth is now supporting your body in a completely different way. they're going to gently come forward and down to the mat. So just as gently as possible. And at the moment we can have the elbows under the shoulders, so that the upper body is just that little bit further away from the mat, so we have the support from the elbows to the shoulders. And then we're going to look down to the center of the mat. And we're going to bring both elbows to a point just below the eyes. So bring the elbows together, then bring the wrists together and rest your head into your hands, allowing the upper body to sink down into the position, so you feel this gentle stretch front side of the neck and a gentle compression at the back of the neck. You can close the eyes if you wish. And relax the hips. So maybe the heels just fall just that little bit further apart. Relaxing the lower back, the stomach, the chest. Fingers relaxed. The whole body is supported from the elbows to the wrists. Just relax the shoulders just that little bit more. And if it helps, of course, taking the deep breath again. And exhale slowly, sinking even deeper. If you need to, just gently move the elbows forward. Again, conscious the space inside your chest, inside the lungs. Feeling how the chest expands and contracts. Again, in and out from the space that surrounds you. Flexing the neck just that little bit more. Allowing the weight of the head to rest in your hands. Relaxing the lower back and the hips just that little bit more. Maybe you'll feel the heels fall away from each other in the center. Gently open the eyes, and we're going to release the position and come gently to a sitting position. So as gently as possible, coming up from the mat and feeling how the body actually wants to stay on the mat. Good. When we come up, we again relax the shoulders, coming into the space that surrounds you, remembering that you are part of this space. We're now going to take the cushions or the bolster, and we're going to place it on the left side of the body. And we're going to bring the upper part of the leg parallel to the short end of the mat. So if you're not already facing the long side of your mat. So basically pointing the knee to the longer side of the mat and making sure it's parallel with the short end of the mat. Then we bring the lower leg so it's parallel with the outside of the mat. And then we bring the right knee just behind the left heel. And making sure that the lower part of the right leg is now parallel with the opposite side of the mat. We then turn out towards the bolster and we just lie down onto the bolster, turning the head so we're looking forward. Here again we can close the eyes, relax the shoulders, and just feel how the body is supported by the cushions or the bolster. It's a gentle rotation through the spine. In the beginning, we can be looking forward towards the right arm, or if we want to come a little deeper into the twist, we can turn the head so that we're looking towards the left arm. This is only if we want slightly more rotation, otherwise just resting the cheek onto the cushions. Again here, close the eyes and allow your hips to sink down towards the earth beneath you. Shoulders relax just that little bit more. So if you need to, you can just lift the right elbow and just place it again onto the floor. Becoming more and more conscious of the movement of the body with the breath. And again, relaxing even deeper with each exhale. Just slightly lengthening the exhale if you wish to. As we practice this technique of watching the breath, it becomes obvious with every exhale how the body just relaxes just that little bit more. Again, if it helps, just to repeat quietly to yourself, relax with each exhale. Just conscious of your body within this space. Again, conscious of the space within your body, within the chest, the abdomen or belly, even the space between the organs of the body. Space within the joints of the body, between the muscles, and even between the cells of the body. Then gently come up out of the position. You can use the right arm if you wish to, just in front of the chest, and just gently coming back up to the center. Again, feeling this resistance of the body to actually leave the mat. And of course, we change sides. So bring in the bolster or the cushions to the opposite side, just against the hip here. And now again, we're looking towards the upper leg. Now with the right leg, the knee is pointing to the long side of the mat and is parallel with the short end of the mat, and the lower leg is parallel with the front of the mat. We then bring the knee of the left behind the heel of the right, making sure that the lower leg is parallel with the opposite end of the mat. We then turn out towards the bolster, and again, gently come down onto the bolster. Just again relax into this space. So in Yin Yoga, we're constantly changing the positions of the body, but we are still part of the space that surrounds us. We're part of the space within the body. Conscious of the breath, the constant movement of the body. Especially if you're new to these classes, just taking a deep breath again, feeling how the body raises away from the floor. And then a long exhale and feel how the body sinks even deeper down onto the cushions or the bolster. Again here now, gently looking towards the right arm, or if you want to, just coming a little deeper by looking towards the right arm. Whatever you feel is most comfortable for you. And this may change from one day to the next. Maybe one day you're perfectly comfortable looking to the right, and maybe some days it's more comfortable looking to the left. Again, conscious of the space within your body. And everything in the space between your body and the earth beneath you. Relaxing the lower back, the hips, the knees. The fingers are relaxed. Just maybe of the contact between the body and the mat. The difference between the right hand and the left hand, the contact with the mat and the space. Difference in temperature between the body, the air that surrounds you. This will always be different depending on where you are. Just for these last few seconds, again looking around the body and inviting every part of the body to create more space within the body, in the joints, between the muscles, and again even between the cells of the body, as if we're melting into the space. Maybe even just gently lifting the head and creating just that little bit more space between the vertebrae of the neck or the bones in the neck. And then bringing the left hand in front of the chest and just gently coming again out of the position. So we can keep the bolster close to us if we wish to. We're going to come to the back of the mat. So again, just gently coming to the knees. And we're going to separate the knees to the sides of the mat, and here we can make a choice, of course, if we want to use a bolster here. You can have it between the legs, so you're actually sitting on the bolster, and even creating even more space if you want to use the cushions as well. So we can do this position supported or unsupported, or not supported, sorry. So for me, I'm going to take the bolster away, and I'm just going to bring the hands to the mat. I'm just going to walk the hands forward until I can bring the elbows to the floor, and then I'm going to bring the forehead down to the mat. Just here, allowing the stomach to hang down between the legs. You'll find that as the upper back relaxes, you may need to lift the head so we can relax the shoulders just that little bit more, the neck, again creating this space between the bones of the spine. Notice here how the breath is very different in this position. And of course, if it's too uncomfortable for the shoulders, we can use the cushion here and just rest down onto the cushion, maybe bring the arms along the side of the body and just relax, allowing the shoulders to fall forward into this position. What's important is that we're constantly watching that the body is as comfortable and as relaxed as possible. So releasing tension from the upper back, allowing the shoulders to come forward and down towards the mat. Again, here following the breath into the space inside the chest. The upper body is moving as the body expands and contracts. And every now and then just lifting the head and replacing the head onto the mat. So the neck here relaxes, the upper back. Just allowing the stomach here to sink even deeper down towards the mat. Feeling this in the lower back, the pelvis, lower back again, knees are nice and relaxed, toes and even the fingers. And again, just noticing how the hands are in contact with the mat or the floor. Maybe side of the thumbs, tops of the fingers, and also the space between the hands and the floor. Watching how relaxed the breath is. Without changing the breath in any way, just allowing it to be exactly as it is, without judgment, right or wrong. Just noticing where the body is breathing. For these last few seconds, maybe lift the elbows just that little bit further forward and allow the shoulders to come just that little bit further or down towards the mat. Just opening up the upper back. And remembering, if you need to move the head, just lift the forehead, place the forehead and nose back onto the mat. Each time we do this, you'll find that the body will relax even deeper into the position. Good, so we're going to gently come out of the position now. You can use the hands if you wish to, and bring the knees together in the center of the mat. Relax into hero position. So sitting down onto the cushions between the legs or down onto your heels. Shoulders are nice and relaxed again. Heavy arms. And maybe feeling that little extra space between the shoulders and the sides of the neck. Almost as if the spine has become just that little bit longer towards the top of the head. Without any effort, just to be. And then we gently open the eyes. So I'd like to encourage you now to take your mat towards the wall. I'm just going to turn my mat around here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to take straddled position here. So we can also use support here. So if you want to have the bolster, for example, against the wall, you can do that as well. And we're just going to bring the buttocks towards the wall. So we take everything out of the way that doesn't need to be there. And again, lie gently down onto the mat. Bringing the legs up against the wall. So again, here if you want to use the bolster, you can place that under the base of the spine. Let's say if we're a little bit more stiff, you can have the knees slightly bent, that doesn't really matter, as long as we have the support from the cushion under the back here. This is also, in the beginning, very useful to be able to actually relax down into the position. If you don't need it, just come a little bit closer to the wall, bringing the buttocks against the wall. And then we're going to separate the legs out to the sides. And here we're just using the weight of the legs to just gently bring the legs apart. And here we can place the hands under the back of the neck. I'm not trying to point the toes or anything like that, we're just completely relaxed and allowing the lower back to be completely on the mat. Or, as I said, on the cushion or the bolster, until we have this relaxed position. So you're going to feel some stretch on the inside of the legs here, probably from the groin out to the knees. And as I said before, it doesn't matter if the knees are slightly bent like this, if you're a little bit stiff in the back of the legs here. So the idea here is to just create this space in the joint, the hip joints here. Otherwise, having the legs straight. And again, just allowing this feeling of the legs being heavy and down towards the mat. So we're not trying to achieve anything more than just coming to a position where you feel that, yeah, that's okay, that's fine. The feet might be up in this position. It doesn't really matter, as long as we can just relax and feel this gentle stretch as the legs come just that little bit wider. And of course, we can just adjust the position as the body relaxes. So here we can close the eyes or have the eyes open. Maybe you're looking towards the top of the room here, and just conscious the weight of the head in your hands. You could feel the weight of the head and how the head is pushing the hands down into the floor. Shoulders are nice and relaxed, the elbows out to the sides. Conscious of how the lower back comes closer and closer to the floor or down onto the cushion under the back. Like I said, if it gets too much, we can always bend the knees, just allowing the knees to be heavy and out towards the sides. So eventually, of course, the buttocks will be against the wall here. Lower back will be on the floor, and we'll feel this gentle stretch, the inside of the legs here, out to the knees. This will be unique to everybody. Good, so we can bring both feet down to the buttocks and just roll over back to the side again. And just using the hand to come gently up from the floor. Good. I'm just going to turn the mat again. Good, so we're going to lie down onto the back once more. You can have the cushions or bolster somewhere where we can reach it. And we're going to come into a gentle spinal twist. So we're just coming down to the floor in the laziest possible way, just sliding the arm out maybe, and bringing the bolster so that it's level with the hip. Just on the outside of the mat, on the right side of the mat. And then we're going to bring the left foot the inside of the right knee and bring the right foot beside the left foot. Again, we're going to place the hands under the head here, and we're just going to allow both knees to fall out to the right. We're looking towards the top of the room, or if it's more comfortable, looking towards the right, and eventually we'll be able to look to the left. So you feel this gentle rotation through the spine, just creating that little bit of extra space between the back bones, the soft tissues of the body. If you wish to, you can bring the arms out to the sides. And again, either looking to the right hand or the left hand. This, of course, is a supported position, and eventually, of course, we won't need the cushion at all. We'll just be able to lie down into the position. So it's very important we're just feeling this beautiful stretch all the way down through the spine. Taking an extra deep, conscious breath and a long exhale. You bring both knees back up to the center, and we're going to bring the cushion or the bolster to the left side of the body, so parallel again, top of the hip, top of the bolster. You can place the hands again under the neck. We just allow the knees to then fall out to the left. So again, either looking to the right, straight to the top of the room, or to the left, depending on which is most comfortable for you. Sometimes when we take a deep breath in this position, we can feel a slight adjustment in the lower back here. So it sort of clonk sound in the body. It's actually very nice to experience. Just releasing tension, especially, like I said, between the bones and this soft tissue. And again, if you wish to, bring the arms out from the shoulders 90 degrees. Looking to the left, or to the right, or towards the top of the room, whichever is most comfortable for you. So again, being conscious of this space between the body and the earth beneath you. And of course, if you don't need the bolster, you can take that away as well and just completely relax. Bring the knees back up to the center. And we just straighten the legs one at a time, keeping the lower back on the mat. Finding a comfortable position for the arms, so removing anything away from the body that is in your way. Relaxing the hips so the feet fall out to the sides. Looking towards the top of the room. And then we're going to bring the feet together again in the center. We bring the left foot again to the inside of the right knee, and then right foot beside the left foot. This time we're going to roll the whole body out to the right. So we come up onto the right hip and the right shoulder. Here we can use a cushion if you would like under the head, or even using the arm if you bring it 45 degrees out. And just staying in this sacred position. Again, feeling how the whole body relaxes down into the space. Bringing now the left hand to the floor just in front of the chest, and we can straighten the left leg so that we gently come up out of the position. We're just finding a comfortable position just to sit. Maybe you want to return into the butterfly which we started with at the beginning of the session today. Just closing the eyes. I want you to look through the whole body. Just feeling that extra little amount of space between everything within the body. Between the soft tissue and the bones of the body. Between the organs of the body. And even down to the space between the cells of the body. Again, the lungs, the space inside the mouth, the throat. whole body full of space. And then we gently open the eyes. Please lie gently down onto the mat as we come into the last position for today, which is Savasana. And we're going to finish this 5 element series with a meditation based on Ita. So maybe placing a cushion under the back of the legs, just so you have that little extra amount of support. Maybe placing the cushion under the back of the head. And today, this meditation will be without music, so you can be fully conscious of your body lying on the floor. Just taking a few breaths, feeling the gentle rise and fall of the body as the body breathes. And how the floor or the earth beneath you is supporting once again your body. Conscious of the support from the back of your heels and through the whole body to the back of your head. Let your body decide to rest in a way that says, I don't need to hold on to anything. And I can rest in the quiet beyond. If you haven't done so already, you can gently close the eyes. Outside world begin to soften. Let the edges blur. Take a gentle breath in and let it go. Watching as it leaves the body without effort or control. Feel the body. Exhale all by itself through complete relaxation. This is Ita, the space between effort and surrender. What holds everything together and holds nothing at the same time. Again, bringing your awareness to the space that surrounds you. Not as walls or furniture or confinement, but of expansion. Feel the space that you are in. You are an integral part of the space. It is the distance between everything. Without expansive space, there is only confined space. Trees are only beautiful because of the space between them. The leaves are only unique because of the space between them. Each inhale separate from the exhale because of the space between them. Each thought, each heartbeat, we can only see everything because of the space that holds the distance between everything. Let that space be an integral part of your awareness. Let it hold you too. And now gently bringing your awareness to the center of your throat, the place where breath becomes sound, where silence and speech vibrate softly within you. Imagine a soft sky blue light glowing as part of this space, open, expansive, and infinite. This is your connection to the ether, the space within you, as vast as the space and time that surrounds you. You are the stillness between each inhale and each exhale. You are the quiet silence behind and beyond words. Ether is the element of endings and beginnings. Endings as a soft return or restart to what is real and to what is eternal. Let yourself sink into this conscious awareness for a moment. No role to play, no past to solve, and no future to chase. Just now. Just presence. Stay in each passing moment for a while without holding onto them. Let them pass with the flow of your breath. Let them come and go. Coming and returning always to the open space of your mind, body, and the universe. Feel the gentle pulse of the sky blue light in your throat, not as something to control, but as a gentle reminder of a natural vibration. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Truth, existence, and bliss. From the center of this space, speak the truth. Be a part of the consciousness and embrace bliss. All three are your natural state of balance and being. Now bring your awareness to the center of the space of your mind, beyond the thoughts, beyond the breath, beyond the body, to the center point of your space. Where you can practice to be the observer, the purest soul, source waiting and watching for everything. This is a place, once we are aware, that we can return to whenever we wish. It is a place of compassion, understanding, and it makes no judgment of who you are and what you are doing. It is a place of learning, love, and infinite wisdom. This is the center point of your universe. It is only yours to experience. Remember that you have the right to be there, being completely peaceful with yourself. Everything outside this center point of space is simply an experience. You don't have to find it. You don't even have to try. Let yourself rest here and simply watch. Now imagine that you are floating in a vast blue sky without clouds. No direction, no resistance, just a soft, infinite openness. There is nothing to hold on to here. You are not falling. You are not rising. You are simply held in this space. Rest in the knowledge that on the physical plane, we are limited by the physical form of the body. But in the infinite space of the conscious plane, there are no such limitations. This is the element of pure essence, the truth that remains when everything else has been stripped away. You are not your body, and you are not your breath. You are not your mind. You are not your name. You are not your thoughts. And you are not your wounds. You are the one who sees, feels, and hears everything. You observe from the deep, open space within and between everything. Feel the throat center gently illuminated, not with words, but with pure awareness. The vibration of truth without sound. There is no effort in ether, only awareness. Let yourself drift in it, like stardust in space, quiet, weightless, and completely free. Let the mind open. Let the body dissolve. Let your awareness become part of your universe. Vast, endless, and silent. And now, with your eyes still closed, begin to return to your physical being. Feel your body. Feel your breath. Be aware of the soft sky blue glow at your throat, the reminder of openness, of vibration and truth. If you wish to, you can start by moving your fingers and your toes. Be aware of the earth element welcoming you back to the physical space. Maybe even stretch a little, creating even more space between your bones, muscles, and inner organs, and even between the cells of your body. Follow your intuition. Maybe placing one hand gently over your fully open heart and the other hand just below your throat, connecting to the space and the presence between both hands. Whisper these words silently and softly to yourself. I am the space between all things. I am what remains. I am presence itself. I am the space between what is matter and what does not matter. Fill your life with the space to grow, to expand and live your life with consciousness and balance. And when you are ready, slowly and gently open your eyes with a soft focus. Bring yourself gently back into the space that you are in. Bring the space with you and understand that you are the balance between what is perceived, reality, and the conscious realms of each of the 5 elements. Namaste.